Hello, everybody, and welcome to MS Live with Myles Sergé and D-KNOX. And today we are joined with a special guest, Mr. Roberto Ingram. How you guys doing today?
Good, man.
Hello.
How about yourself?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Thank you
Bert,
guys for having me. I'm excited to be here with you on MS Live
thank,
again.
thank you, man.
Again.
We love to have you. We have good moments with you. So
Yeah.
we're happy that you're able to join us today.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you for the invitation because it's going to be a good one, I think. Huh?
I think so. I think so too.
Who's that?
So
Who's that?
let's get some business out the way. If you like the channel, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are grateful for you, for those that actually take the time to watch out for us, but also share it, subscribe, like, and support us. That makes everything for us. We love that too. Um, we are also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, and Amazon Music. Just in case you don't want to see our faces, but you want to hear what we actually got going on, please do that. You also, I need to change that. You also can find us on Instagram. Now we're actually streaming from the actual MS Live account. So please go there, follow us, like us, check us out, go there. That's where everything will be streamed from IG on that account. So,
Miles, explain to them what their channel is. I mean, where's that? Where they can actually go? You said that the actual channel. What's changed?
so before, I didn't have an actual Instagram account for MS Live, the actual show. I had one coming from my personal account. So I decided, hey, maybe I should change that so it's separate and has its own entity. But guidelines for IG, any new account, you have to wait 30 days until you can actually live stream from it. So now the 30 days is up, and now everything's back over. We'll be over there from now on. So that's the change. But you can also, stick with my IG to see what's up with me. But anything with this show is basically will now be at the MS Live IG account.
Understand. Okay.
Yep. So today we have an exciting guest that I think everybody will enjoy. I'm a big fan of him. He's also did a remix for my next upcoming release that should be happening sometime in September. More info to come. But everything this guy makes, I love it. Anything he's involved with, I love it. He's just a great guy, and we got to talk for a little bit. He's just a great guy overall, great artist, nice person, and I think some of us agree. Pretty sure.
Highly agree. Highly agree. I've been playing his stuff for a while, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, and
More
and
than
actually,
stuff, yeah.
when I actually kind of told Roberto behind the scenes some of the upcoming guests, he was like, "Yo, I got to be on that show." So I'm great that Roberto's joining us for that, and I'm great that we have somebody that actually got Bert excited that he really wanted to join to check the show out. So that was great too. So
Everybody you guys had on the show, Dan Curtin also, and Alan Olin. I mean, what
yeah. So we trying, man. We trying. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please bring to the stage Mr. Ackermann.
You lucky I don't
Thanks,
do my
nice
crowd.
work.
I got my crowd over here.
Yeah, see? I'm going to do it again just because I'm so happy to have you. How are you doing today, sir?
Very good. Hope you are good too.
We're good. I think so.
Yeah. Welcome, man. Well, I'm happy to have you here.
Yes, very excited.
I'm super excited.
Yes, for sure, for sure. So if you've been following us, you should know by now that each episode has its own title. Today, and I don't want to do it that way. It keeps messing up. We're learning, people. We're learning. Boom. Today's episode is called Safe Spaces. Ackerman and special case Roberto Ingram, y'all. So
you know, you know, I got something for you.
yeah, yes.
Nice.
So to start it off, my first question for you: how did you come up with the name Ackermann?
Right, that's a good.
Oh, it's not my actual name. I'm from Swabia, like southern Germany, and we got a slang for hard working. Like working hard is Ackern, like to Ackern. And I already had 4 aliases, and I thought if I do a new one, I need to really work hard. So I called it Ackerman because it's basically for slang like hard-working man.
Okay, that's
I only see myself now. I don't see you anymore.
That's okay.
yeah.
That's
So then
Okay.
doing the
Oh,
spot.
good.
you're speaking.
Spotlight's on you.
It's you, brother. Oh yeah.
Amazing. That's kind of amazing to hear because what I don't know if it's a terrible thing, but I think for some reason I kept thinking back in the day, what does aliases mean? And when it all means it comes back to you anyway, when they see your face, the names change, but when they see your face, it's still the same person. And I
also have aliases that don't have a face at all. Like I have all of them are mostly secret from each other. But yeah, this year I'm just tired of it, so I'm kind of having a soft coming out. Like I'm coming out with the aliases this year, so because I just got tired of like keeping it secret. But I mean, it's still like very different music, and I keep it separate in the studio. But I don't see the point anymore of keeping it separate, public and secret. Yeah,
I said that too. For a while back, I was going like, why? When they're the only thing they're going to see is the same person. When they find out when you're exposed behind the music, that it's still the same person. And why not just say I do this kind of music and that kind of music and that kind of music? But okay, I understand that though.
Yeah, I had some problems in the beginning. Like when I did first come into, like I started with drum and bass music and stuff like instrumental hip hop and like Akai, like Remix 16. I didn't have an Akai. I had the precursor, like the Remix 16. It was called.
Okay.
So yeah, I started with that, and when I started to make techno and house music, I kind of had the vibe that the people from the labels and the bigger DJs, they don't appreciate if you're coming from another genre, because they think like if you have a good name, or I had an established name in bass music, and then they think you can probably do both in a good quality, or I don't know. So I just felt not taken serious, and then I started to keeping it secret, and there was no problem anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, it makes sense. I'm glad you clarified that a little bit because now I don't feel like I was yeah, that was just one thing that I was trying to understand about.
Yeah, I even had a really big techno label that wanted to sign me under the condition that I gave up on the other aliases.
Oh wow!
So I said no. I don't want to say the name, but yeah, most people.
You held strong.
Does that pose a problem too when you have an alias and like you're in different record companies and maybe your credits or your?
I don't think it was because of that. I think it was just because of the image. Like we are a good and like a serious techno label, and we can't be affiliated with something from, I don't know, drum bass or something. Like just very narrow like mindset. Yeah.
Okay. I would disappear too as well, I guess.
Yeah. That's crazy.
No, meaning that they're trying to keep you in a box somehow. I mean, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Maybe the label, that's just the brand of the label, and that's what they want to do, and that's so
exactly. So I didn't take it like as a bad way. I just was noticing it and kind of dealt with it my way, but I wasn't angry or something. But yeah, I can understand to a certain degree that you just want to get affiliated with a certain, I don't know, genre. and it might be, yeah, especially in the Berlin techno scene, it's very narrow, I guess. Like everyone is kind of like the same clique and the same labels. They like each other, and the DJs support each other. And if you're outside of that clique, it's harder. So, and if you're obviously so far outside of the clique, you're doing completely different music, then it's probably even harder to kind of be accepted, or I don't know.
That's strange to hear. With Berlin is such a wide spectrum of music, and am I missing something? I mean, there's.
I mean, it was 10 years ago. Maybe it changed in the meantime. For me now, it's not really important anymore to keep it separate, and I don't think most of the labels or guys I work with, I don't think it's important for them anymore as well. So maybe it just changed in the meantime, or it's my perception, or I'm getting old and I'm giving less FUCKs. I don't know.
Right.
I hope it was the downtime.
I mean, because like, how long ago when did you make your first release, your first music ever?
My first release ever was in '97 already.
Okay.
But I was really young at that age, and we did like drum and bass with a live band. Like I played guitar and sitar and bass and some other stuff in that band. It was like a 10-piece band, and it sounded a little bit like, I don't know, Prodigy meets Asian Dub Foundation and some metal guitars, like really weird, but it was fun live.
Yeah.
So
Now
that was my first releases. Yeah.
Okay. Now you've always
Sorry.
You've always been based in Stuttgart, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So now I understand.
Just quickly ask you about the band. How did that come about? You know, getting involved with them with your. Crew.
Basically, I just learned a few guys from my region who were also jungle fans. And since we're not from London, we were just like, jungle is the shit. We need to do it
right
on our own way, like our own take. So we had two Jamaican MCs and the whole band thing, and the DJ who we pressed the beats on dub plates so he could scratch them, and we were just improvising then. And yeah,
That's dope.
So you guys rehearsing too and everything with the band before? It's like a real rehearsal. And okay, yeah, it was wow. It's interesting with the band.
Well, it's crazy that you said that when you said you did the drum and bass and then even hip hop, because if you listen to like some of your catalog on the label, which I'll come to that later, but it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
and that's pretty dope. And now that you said that, it kind of it's like reflect what you've done in the past, like hip hop. Like I had no clue that you would do hip hop, even the drum and bass thing. So it's like that's dope, man. But
most people don't have. Like I'm just like coming out with that stuff like this year, and keep explaining it. But I mean, in the beginning, I gotta be honest. Like the first, I don't know, 5 to 10 years I made electronic music, I hated 4/4 kicks. I didn't understand house. I didn't understand techno. I was just, I need break beats. Otherwise I get a headache after an hour in the club when the kick drum's just so constant.
Mm-hmm.
But I got used to it. What can I say?
Yeah, but I was, as you say this, I listened back to your music and some of the houseier stuff and just the melodics of it all. You were able to, whether it's fast, whether it's aggressive, whether you always had this swing or this melodic way.
Yeah, these offbeat elements, like a lot of offbeat elements, and not all straight on the beat. Yeah.
Polyrhythmic kind of thing. This polyrhythmic kind of thing, and I think that's what I had liked about. Because I agree with you on some parts of it. From if you're coming from hip hop and you transform to drum and bass and beat music, and I think that's a great thing. And you mixing that with techno as well. It's I heard I think that's why I was attracted to your music, was how you were able to have verses, hooks, intros. So now I understand why, because you was in a band.
Yeah, I like now. I think I try to streamline my songs more and just make it one flow and not different parts. And I'm getting a bit better in it, but I still can't like polish it out completely. That it's like one beat and some just ups and downs. I always have like a counterpart or a breakdown. I need to have some little element that breaks it. Yeah.
Question answer kind of thing, or is that what they say?
Yeah, exactly.
He does it well though. Does it very
I know,
well.
that's what I mean. Why change it? They do.
Right.
It's good. I think it's really good.
Exactly.
But then on the other hand, like I can't really keep one alias straight. Just keep it narrow. Like I always tried it, but after a few releases, it's always spreading, and I can't control it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
dope.
now I have 6 aliases, but all of them are not narrow. They're still two.
How do you manage? How do
All
you
right.
manage 6 aliases?
What can you tell us? Can you tell us what's the aliases?
I have like on my album that's coming out in 2 weeks, I have a collab with all of my aliases, and I don't say nothing about it. I don't have a press text. I just like putting it out there, like it's a collab with this guy, and then when people check out this guy, they that's the same dude. So that was the plan. So yeah, my album is coming out, so it explains the aliases.
See,
like
that's pretty ingenious.
Yeah, the outro is with the instrumental hip hop alias, which has like a disco and slower down tempo vibe. And then I have a collab with my bass music alias, which is more like, I guess, that kind of groovy hard groove techno, but with bass sounds that remind more of drum and bass and stuff. And yeah, then it's not. Still, one alias is missing on the album because I couldn't make a connection. It's too far from each other, so it just wouldn't make sense.
But it sounds like a signature format for an album, different, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically, like the concept of the album was like I'm trying to do pianos. I like piano sounds now, so it's a little bit housey because I use so much pianos
now.
And so I tried to collab with myself and the other aliases. What would they do with the piano sound? So probably something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good way to approach.
It's a dope approach. It's a dope album.
I mean, the concept wasn't in my head like from the beginning. It just developed into that. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really thinking about it up front. I'm just doing stuff in the studio, and then I see what I have and what I can make of it, so to say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. So
sometimes I just start a track and I don't even know which alias it is for. I just decide when it's finished.
Well, that's the best thing. I mean, you figure out how to go. You know what I mean?
That's me. That sounds like you don't know the hell.
I don't think any what we're gonna when we sit down to do something. I'm pretty sure we don't know what the hell is gonna come out.
Yeah, exactly.
It just happens. You know what I mean? If it comes out, it could be like, this is trash. You know what I mean?
Of course. But it's not like that's the only way it's fun. Like if I think about it before I do it, it's not fun anymore. Like it's just fun if you just bypass your brain, do something.
Really? Okay, that's good. You got it like that, huh? I have to think about it a little bit. No.
As soon as I start thinking, it gets worse. Like it's not as good anymore.
Okay.
I tend to overthink, so I need to bypass.
That sounds like a mastermind to me.
Yeah.
Bypass.
Yeah, that's cool. I think D, you were gonna ask something. I think I might have overstepped you.
No, it was the band question, but I will ask them, what was early life like for you back in the days in your city?
The first part of your sentence cut. I didn't really understand the first part. Sorry.
I was gonna ask you what was early life like back in the days for you in your city? Like when you started getting into music and everything. What
Oh,
was
it's a
the
great
scene like?
city. We had a big GI culture, so it was a lot of black music and clubs for hip hop clubs, which were like partly also managed by GIs, and like it was probably a little bit more white than all the other cities around in Germany, because we had a bigger population of American soldiers and a bigger variety of genres in the city.
Okay.
So we also have like this I don't know the name anymore, Eagle or AFN. Like we also have like the American radio stations here, and I used to check out the radio station as well as a kid, because there's completely different music in the American radio than in the German radio back then.
Yeah, that's true. Like my uncle was actually stationed. My uncle Douglas, he was actually stationed in Stuttgart
Yeah.
in the 80s. So, but he used to come back and he was telling me different stuff. But when you were saying that about the GI culture, that base is not there anymore, though, right?
I think it's still there, but there's way less people than it used to be.
Okay.
And I also read something that they want to shrink it down even more. So I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm guessing like it's probably half or a third only of what it used to be in terms of population. Yeah.
See, but then to me that explains like maybe some of the music, maybe your influence, because if I listen to a lot of your stuff, especially the houseier stuff, there's a lot of soul.
Yeah.
A lot of soul, and that being like an influence as far as music coming from America, like soulful stuff and like black culture and stuff. Like I can totally see that. It's, you know, if you grew up in that, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I like when I started making music as my main income and main job, I started to DJ at a bar, and under the week, like on weekdays, I DJ like funk and soul and rare groove and jazz and stuff like that.
Go ahead, boy.
So yeah, it comes from that more than not from radio. We didn't have like clubs that played it. It was just like my father used to play in jazz bands, and I used to listen to a lot of jazz, and then I got into DJing, and then I was like, yeah, but I can't kind of survive with only the weekend DJ fees because I'm not big enough yet. So I started to also DJ like the downbeat and the soul and funk and rare groove stuff in bars. So mainly I started with DJing to make my money. Yeah. So and then it slowly evolved into the music that I produce, also kind of like earning a little bit of money and giving reputation back to the DJing, and then it was just like the one thing to the other. But it started with DJing. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
I mean, I was listening.
Lester Fitzpatrick. Hey, Lester. Thank you for checking it out. I guess he goes back when we were talking about making music. He's like, no idea just how I'm feeling within the first 5 minutes. If I'm not feeling it, I quit it.
That's very quick.
Yeah. I mean, I think usually you can tell, like, if you know within the first minute or two.
Not every time. Like sometimes I think like this is really bad and I can't do anything with it, and I still continue, and after a while it's like, oh, it's not that bad anymore. Like it's getting somewhere. Sometimes it happens like that too.
Yeah.
For me.
That's true.
But the best stuff is the fastest stuff, which you have an initial idea and it just have a flow, and you end up with a track like that afterwards, and we're like, where did that came from? And that's always the best tracks.
Is that what you're saying about your EP? Your EP, My Dub. That's one of the ones that I picked up a long time ago. My Dub was one. My House, No Vacancy. And then there was a remix from Scooge.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
I think it's Scotch, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't talk with him. Like, it was hooked up by the label. They just asked me who I want to have a remix from. Just threw some names at them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's try Scotch." And I'm like, "Let's try."
And then you came up with some names. One's Wiggle Neck, Wiggle Your Neck.
Oh yeah, Wiggle Your Neck is from. I think that the name comes from the sample.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know
I sample a lot of like old hip hop I like, and I try to kind of like make the voice different or pitch it different or play it slower or faster, so it's not instantly recognizable, so I don't get sued. But I mean, most people probably recognize it
Right,
anyway.
right.
Yeah, no.
So that's an interesting comment that actually Roberto brought up. So right now, one of my favorite tracks by you, which I told you when I got it. I know there's a little backstory behind it, so I don't want to get too controversial. But if you want to talk about it, that's fine. If not, I can understand that. So there's this current track that I've been like killing the hell out of it. Count the Dead and Wait Till Morning.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard this track, I'm like, what? I seen the name, and Roberto mentioned about the names. The names of all your tracks are crazy.
I mean, crazy.
Bad way, but it's like very unique, and I'm like, huh? You know what I mean?
Let you finish that one. I got another one for
But that track, and I played it. I'm like, damn, this is the shit. And I wrote you, and I said, hey, man, this is my track right now, and I love it. And you were like, yeah, thanks, but we wasn't gonna put that out.
Yeah.
So can you mind telling the people backstory behind this and how you end up doing the collaboration with I can never pronounce his name right. God. What's the other guy's name?
Vinicius Honorio.
There you go. All right.
it.
Yeah.
It is hard to say.
I mean, we had that track like ready, lined up for release already, and I already sent it to the distribution, and then the Gaza thing started, and we pulled it back because we were like, we can't release a track with that title now when the Gaza-Israel war is starting. So yeah, it was end of or summer 23 we had it and wanted to release it. So now 1.5 years later, like, it doesn't have anything to do with that in our mind, like with the war or with the literal dead. We just meant it as a context for a morning in the club when you're like the lights going on and you see all these zombies, you know.
Right.
the dead, like, yeah. I mean, we just wanted to make a cool last closing track and early morning track for, I don't know, Berghain Panorama Bar. Like, we had like a club in mind that it's cool, and yeah. But the vocal is from a poem from Jim Morrison. I don't know if I.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of like put it on my keyboard and made it a bit more singing. So, but yeah, basically we sampled Jim Morrison.
That's what's up.
Okay, can I speak out on another name you came up with?
Yeah, sure.
This one is called Feel Like Fucking.
Oh yeah. I mean, the vocal and the sample says it all. Like,
Okay.
what can I do? Say to that?
And I've been playing a lot of that. I played that. God, Trezor, actually.
Yep. And that groove.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good.
Thanks.
So is that Betty Wright?
What do you mean?
Sample the vocal, is that from Betty Wright?
No.
It's not.
Nah.
Damn. I thought it was that. I was wrong, but I thought it was Betty Wright.
I give you a tip. It's from the like the last night of Paradise Garage. There's a live recording of that, and the vocals on that.
Okay.
The last night from Paradise Garage.
Wow. You're very good at finding these gems, these vocals. Is that part of your workflow? 100%.
No, I just listen to music all day. Like, and in my mind, when I discover something, probably like subconsciously, it always checks if it's sample worthy. Like, it's coming from my hip hop phase and my instrumental hip hop phase. Like, still when I hear music, it's subconsciously, as soon as I hear something that's sample worthy, I'm just like, note it and put it on the list. So yeah.
You hear that, folks? He's listening to music all day long.
Like my family
Oh.
hates it. Like I'm listening to music. Like as soon as I'm awake, I'm listening to music, and all day.
So what you listening to, man?
Yeah, what's
there.
what's
Yeah, at the moment I have like a little bit of an obsession with ambient. Like I developed an ambient drone obsession. Like I don't know, when COVID started and the lockdowns, it just felt like dive into that world now to be at the right time, because before I never really listened to ambient and drone, and just with the everything slowing down, I kind of slipped into that world probably, and I discovered that guy. He's called Sake,
Mhm.
Zake. He's from
Yep.
America.
He's awesome. Yeah.
I'm obsessed. Like that guy literally ruins me financially, because he's putting out an album every month, and everything's just fire.
Like the
I-
good
you
old
know,
record
when I-
store days, you know,
that's
you go to
the
the record
age.
store and go broke.
Mhm.
Yeah,
SCH.
there's not much record stores in my city anymore, so unfortunately I have to settle for mail order.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still like to buy vinyl.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, it has this, you know, it just has this special vibe. It's so, you know, like having that record, taking it home, or like when you get to the record store and you're, oh man,
Yeah, I want to own
I
that
got-
music. It's just not want it on my phone or on the internet. I just want to own the music. Yeah.
have it, bring it home, even carrying it home when it's, you know,
Yeah.
you got it in the record bag from the record store, you know, you walk going home with it, the whole thing.
Exactly.
Then you get home, yeah, special just to have it.
As a kid, I used to live outside of the city, like 45 minutes with the bus. I had to drive with the bus 45 minutes, and I remember like every time when I bought a CD or a record, and afterwards I had to take the bus for 45 minutes, and in these 45 minutes I read the whole booklet and all, like I knew all the info before I put it on at home. Like I was obsessed with like records and CDs, and yeah.
So, what? How many records would you say you have in your collection? Keepers.
8,000.
Aha, you're in trouble. Wait till you move.
You're right.
Yeah, then they're not like a part of it is at my studio, a part of it is at my parents' house way back, a part of it is
wait till they move.
apartment.
Nobody's going to help you. Everybody's going to disappear. No one's going to be your friend. Trust me.
Yeah.
I done it a couple of times. It's like
nobody.
Like the guy I have the studio from, Martin Eira. He's also like a house and techno DJ and a friend of mine. I have his old studio, and he had 40,000 records in here.
Wow.
And yeah, he gave me a good deal, because it's a treated room, like it's measured, and he put a lot of money in the walls and like a room-in-room structure. And he made a deal with me that I don't have to pay money for the structure and the stuff he built, but I have to give him 5 years time to get his records out of the other room.
Oh wow.
That was the deal. So it took him 10 years, but it's still okay. I'm still so happy about the studio and grateful.
Yeah,
of course.
But in the end, he sold all his collection at once to one guy, and I had to pack it, because he moved to Berlin and he started Riverside Studios, and it basically was not just one truck. It was a bigger truck. It was 8.5 euro pallets. You know, like the.
okay.
Yeah. It was a lot of records.
Right.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So all the records gone now? They're all gone.
They're all gone now.
They're all gone. Okay, that's good.
But I still didn't fill the space up with all my other stuff, because I'm too lazy, and like my mom didn't complain that there's still a lot of records at home, so
right.
I'm fine.
Yours did it. Mine did. My mom, like, when are you getting rid of this stuff? Where are you gonna? I can't bring it over here to Poland with me. This guy stayed there in Kalamazoo.
Obviously,
Sorry, Mom. It'll be right there in the basement.
I could never sell them anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't do it. Like, I thought about it. Well, if it would be me, the guy who had all his 40,000 records at once, like I couldn't do it.
Right.
You think? Yeah. Well, I'm in that transitioning period on getting rid of the things that are sitting and I know I won't use, and they should be in the hands of people that are going to use them or that can put them to use. So, I mean, there's music that I will never ever be able to play again, or won't, or just grown out of it, you know. And I've to do that, to listen, to re-listen and downsize again. You really learn about your journey, about who you were liking, what you know. And I really think that I'm enjoying reminiscing back to where I bought certain music at what certain time, and then it's kind of, I have found a person that is going to buy a collection of my records, but they really are very passionate about exactly where the records go, and I get a fair deal. Which is great because he has two people that works for him, put them on Discogs, making sure that the seller gets the most out of the buy. So for me, I think it's taken me a while, but to listen back and listen to and knowing what's going out the door, because a lot of them, they were promos or maybe stuff that you just really commercial you didn't like or whatever. And I think to listen back to them is really also a storybook in itself. So you might want to think about that one.
Yeah, like I obviously sell stuff on Discogs as well that I don't need anymore, but I think I already danced it down to the stuff I still like today. Like I didn't really check most of it because it's so much, but I think the stuff I still have, I would still like it. And I also started to do like a vinyl archive for my daughters. So like I started with, I thought I'd do an archive for my daughter, like my 100 most important records, so she can have them when she's 18 or has a record player or something. So you give some knowledge and some history, but as when the 100 were full, I was still like, nah, it's not enough. Like there's so many more important records, and yeah, I'm still adding to that archive.
That's a cool idea. I never heard that. To like archive something from like for generations. Like, hey, this is what's important.
Yeah, maybe she hates all of it, but let's see.
My daughter,
Like,
my daughter pressed me on that. She said, "I know you can't do that."
Yeah.
She would say, "It's okay. I'll take care of them." Like, okay, so it made me change my mind about how to get rid of them. Like what you just said. That's a good. Thank you for that tip.
That's a good tip. That's the first time I actually heard that. No joke. So
Right.
Yeah, but it's just the stuff that I think is important for me, and I hope she likes it. But at the moment, she likes other stuff from my collection, which I don't think is that important and belongs in the archive. So maybe like the tastes align more when she gets older, or maybe not. So let's see.
yeah.
Okay.
How old are your kids?
Hmm?
How old are your children?
9 and 4.
Okay.
Both girls, yeah.
So like your 9-year-old, what kind of things are they into, like music wise? Like, do you like, what are they into, and like how do you view it? Do you actually like it, or are you like, oh, what the hell is this?
Like 2 or 3 years ago, she was influenced by the stuff that I listened to a lot, but now she's getting her own taste. And obviously I liked it better when she was influenced by my stuff. Because she was like, when I put on like, for example, rhythm and sound and basic channel, she really liked that stuff because it has like basic bounce. And yeah, now she's listening to like what her peers listen to, like teeny pop music and
The K-pop stuff, yeah.
not that yet.
Oh.
German stuff and
Okay.
English stuff, but also she likes piano stuff like Olafur Arnalds and Niels Fram and like some neoclassical stuff, because she used to fall asleep to a certain record like Olafur Arnalds and Niels Fram.
Niels Fram, yeah.
The Trance Friends record, she used to fall asleep to that. Like we discovered that if you put that music on, she falls asleep faster. So we did it, like, and at some point she only could fall asleep when that music was playing. And from that on, she developed a little bit like a love for the neoclassical stuff.
Okay.
But now it's more like teeny stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
which I don't like, of course. But
Well, why would you like? Why would you like it? I mean,
and maybe there's good stuff. But in general, like I'm not really like a pop music kind of
maybe
guy.
it's just fun.
Probably,
Maybe it's just fun for them, you know. Maybe it's just fun.
yeah.
They have. I'm sure they have a deeper understanding from their dad what's what's hot. So
Let's hope so.
That's true.
yeah, you sound like you did a great job.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
We'll find out in next 10, 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
would wait until 20 or something to draw a result, because like 15 to 18 is probably a complicated time,
Mm,
and maybe girls hate their parents or fathers, and I don't know. So like, I'm really not looking forward to that phase.
yeah.
But maybe
Yeah.
it's not that bad. Who knows? Like, yeah.
See, which brings me to my next question. Safe space. So, can you tell me how the label came about? Influences, like what made you decide, I'm gonna start a label? And well, it's probably kind of obvious, but how'd you start the label? What was the influence behind the label and the name? I mean, it's not a unique name, but it is in a way. You know what I mean? Like, what's the meaning behind it?
It's now.
There's a few ideas melted together. Like I had the problem that like I did a few releases on Marco Faraone's Uncage, and it was a good experience. It was a good releases and a good vibe with the label and the other artists on there. But Marco always wanted a little bit more bangers, and I had so much music which was a bit deeper and not like these obvious club bangers. And so I thought, like, I need an outlet for these deeper or more off-road and weirder stuff, which is not like a sure shot floor or beatport sale track. So that's what I thought, and I need to do a own label for that, because like I'm not patient enough for sending out demos. Like I send out demos and I don't get a reply within 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and I just can't do it anymore. I'm too old for that. I don't have the patience anymore. So I needed my own label.
Good for
And
you.
when I started, it was also COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I had long COVID, so I didn't like. I stopped playing shows, and I started to be at the studio like exclusively and not really in clubs anymore. So I thought like the studio is kind of like my safe space, and the label is like the stylistical safe space. So it just made sense to me to name it like that at that time. Yeah.
Safe space. Yep.
That's so. And aesthetically, I love it. And can you tell me like the artwork and the choices of artwork?
Yeah, the first artwork was made by Activity Vision. They're also doing a lot of artworks and teasers for Truncate and Rackets, and but I couldn't afford like doing that on every release. So my girlfriend took over and took that minimalistic idea and made me like new artworks in that style for free.
Okay.
So but I'm friends with the Activity Vision guys, so it's cool for them, and like I master stuff for their label and they do my video teasers. But yeah, I basically couldn't afford to let them make every artwork. Yeah, so I basically took the idea and translated it with my girl.
If I get this right, this is a compilation of other artists as well, right?
Which one?
It's Safe Spaces.
Oh yeah, there's a compilation called Safe Spaces. They also have Locked Spaces, and I'm starting Dub Spaces next. So it's kind of like for more dub techno, like the next compilation. And Locked Spaces is more for like truly repetitive locked groove kind of techno.
Amen.
Yeah.
Work it.
So,
I did want to ask you something about the mastering tip, because earlier you said that you listen to music all day long. So I just have to ask you, as a person who's great at mastering, when you're listening to music, are you listening with a mastering ear,
Not
or
really.
is it just a normal? Because you said that I'm able to pick good samples just by listening.
Yeah,
But part of me was wondering if the mastering ear is on when you're listening to music too. Like, oh, okay, I know how they did that, or which plugin they used, or which effect they used on that.
the plugin thing sometimes comes in my mind. Yeah, sometimes I think like that mastering sounds like ozone. I don't like it. It has like a clean digital sound. Like it's like sometimes the aesthetic uh, a track or a mastering gives like makes me know how they did it. But the same thing is for every producer, probably with instruments and synthes and samples. So, but I like to think that I can switch it off. I'm not sure if I can, but I like to think I can switch it off. That
Yeah.
just the music I hear like privately, um, a lot of my favorite records don't sound good. So I don't think it makes a huge difference if something is mastered well or not, if I like it or not. Like that, if I like it or not is something emotional, something not specific sound engineering, or I don't know. I don't think that's important for that to me to like music. Like
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
kind of meaning like if you like when you are listening to the music, if you just have that kind of mastering mind on, like you're hearing like okay, I'll say before I learned anything about mixing in Ableton or even a little bit about mastering,
Mhm.
when I compare it to then when I was listening to music, I wasn't even thinking about anything like that. Maybe the only time I could actually hear deeper is when I was a little bit under the influence of something.
yeah,
But
I know what you
um,
mean.
with the but with the mastering, once I got an idea of how to mix better, then it seemed like okay, now when I'm listening to something, oh, okay, I, it's hard. It's hard for me just to listen. I hear it differently, when
Yeah,
I'm
I
when
would say in,
I'm
in
listening.
in house and techno, I definitely also check for I have the mastering ear, but in other music, like the stuff that I listen privately, like soul, funk, disco, ambient, you name it, I don't have a mastering ear while I listen to it.
Okay, so it's switched
It's
off
it,
for that,
yeah,
but
I think it's just club music that it's
mhm,
automatically I can't really switch it off
Mhm.
for club
yeah,
music.
it's
But
interesting.
funny that you say that with the under the influence, because I sometimes have the impression that like I didn't smoke weed for 20 years, and I just tried vaping again like 2 or 3 years ago. And every
Uh-huh.
time I vape just a little bit, like really homeopathically, my friends laugh about me because it lasts forever if I have something. But what I want to say that I have the impression too, if you're just like a little bit, then you can hear a little bit more 3D for like it
Yeah,
just it's just different. You can scale stuff better, and you I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's like a more dimensional.
Mm.
for me, it's like going to one of those 4D films
Yeah,
or something
exactly.
where I'm seeing everything. Oh, okay, I see it over there, but I hear every little thing, like little hi hat symbol that's
Yeah,
panned to the right way over there, which I wouldn't have picked up
yeah, exactly.
not being that
What
way,
you mean?
So
Yeah.
I'll
yeah,
stay in my where I'm at. But that's dope though. That I mean that you kind of you can like sort of like expand your frequency to like pick up other frequencies if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Okay.
it's like decluttering something and make it more. I don't know how to say in English, but staged. You hear the stages more, like
mhm.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What you thinking, Bert?
I was checking out the chat.
Oh, he's ready
And
to comment.
Jay Denham and Jay Denham has something to say to us. So y'all better check it out.
I've seen
Uh,
that. I'm waiting towards the end actually.
y'all better
So
give it.
I didn't. Yeah, I've seen that.
You know how we feel about him, Jay. You better
Yeah.
get your boy on this show. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we did ask. We did ask. We told him
Yeah.
to jump in.
well, we know
I
how. But
was trying to wait
that's
to
his
end,
way of
but
saying it's time to get it done. That's
yeah,
all.
we'll address that. We'll address that.
That's all.
But to your
Yeah.
artwork, I was gonna actually I tried to take a picture because maybe like 3 weeks ago I was on my way to work and I seen this truck, like a semi truck, drive past me. And I swear to God, it was like one of the pictures you had on the side that would have been on your label for artwork. It was on a semi truck, and I was like, "Damn!" I was trying to get the phone to take a picture real quick, and I couldn't get it in time. I was going to send it to you, but it reminded me of something that would be on his label for artwork. It was dope, though.
Okay.
Yeah, if I happen to see it again, I'm gonna definitely take it.
We don't have label trucks yet. Sorry.
Yeah, hey, you might, you don't know. It might be out there, you know. So, but yeah, like I said, I love the label, and that's dope. That the different offshoots that you're gonna do with the different spaces. That sounds pretty nice.
I gotta say, please continue to do what's in your heart and your soul, because for me, I accidentally stumbled upon your stuff while preparing for a gig. It's called Labor. Here in Munich is a techno gig.
Okay.
and the soul for the soul that you use for some of the techno that you have, I could play like 10 of your tracks in a row, 5 of your tracks in a row, and tell a different kind of story. And I really, really appreciate that. And all those different aliases that you're talking about, to me, is irrelevant to the artist himself as a creator and as a person as able to express emotion in their music.
Mm.
And for those people that don't understand this, need to check themselves or learn about an artist. For me, I'm an artist, meaning that when I like an artist, I don't necessarily like all their music, but you can appreciate the work, and
Thanks.
you can, and for me, if I could have a roster of 15 to 20 artists that I can only choose their music because they're doing different stuff and not play nothing else, that's exactly where I would be going. And
Thanks.
I learned that about myself as I'm growing up, and going from the hip hop, rare groove, acid jazz, Latin, salsa, merengue, all of these are part of who I am.
Exactly.
And right. And so this means to me that trying to convince this to people that just don't understand, you have to, it's a process, right? And that's why we were talking about the records. Me listening back and cleaning and listening back taught me more about where I needed to go back to. You need to go back to those dates and times where you're selecting, because as these times are changing, things are going in and out quicker than we can play it, as and I think those qualities that you have to be able to present in different directions in music, at the end, when your legacy is over, they will be able to say, damn, where was my head at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, that's how I am. That's how I'm. If I like an artist, I may not like everything, but I can appreciate the work ethic and the consistent. And I got tools I can use here, there, and I know who to go to. For me, I think that's very refreshing.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks. Like that's basically like my main approach to producing music is. That's why I also have these different aliases, and I need to have like different unfinished tracks in different moods on my MacBook. Like when I come to the studio, I have this mood, so I need to have a track or an alias that reflects the mood, because I can't like make a genre or a vibe on a sketchboard. Like I try to put the vibe that I have in the track that I'm working on at the moment. So I need to be able to reflect that. I had aliases where I tried to make a certain vibe range only, and I had to force myself to concentrate on that vibe, but it just doesn't work for me. Like it slows me down, I get frustrated. I need to be able to put that emotion that I'm having at that day into the music that I'm making at that day. So otherwise, what am I doing here? Like it's just not fun for me otherwise. And then it's work. Then I can do a normal work. If it's like 8 to 5, do that and reproduce that, then I don't need to be an artist if that's being an artist. Like I need to have that emotional connection to the music and to the
With this, can I ask your process? Are you satisfied with the progress you made since, I guess, your first release, if I was correct, was back in 2023? No, earlier than that, right? When was
the first Ackermann was I think was 2013 or something already.
13? Okay, good. So with that, fast forward into now, would you say that you're happy with the process? I mean, with the okay, good. Development. Personally, I'm talking about personally though.
Personally, very because I'm doing, like when I began, I didn't really know to translate the I don't know, the emotion or the vibe that I'm having 100% to the music. But now I think I'm at 98%, and like it's still sometimes you have a track where you just don't think you nailed it 100%, but these tracks are getting more rare. Like usually when I finish the track, I think like I nailed it. It's done now. And even if I don't like it, like 2 months later, I still gonna release it because I think I nailed it back then, and I thought I nailed it back then. So it's a good track, and it doesn't matter if I don't like it anymore. It was making sense back then, so it's making sense in that vibe.
Good point of view.
That's
very
dope,
good.
man. Yeah.
So that's why I mostly release everything I finish, because usually I don't like it anymore after a while, but I don't care. Like I just ignore that because I liked it at that point, and that's the only thing that matters. So
see, I gotta think about that because, like, I think for myself, like, well, for most people, I think you in the studio, you making something, and you hear it like all the time, like it's just on repeat or just playing, and after a while, like I find myself like even like trying to create, I'll create, and if I take a break. And I've noticed this about myself. If I don't finish it right then and there,
it's gone.
It's gone. And it won't, if I come back, even for like 10 minutes, it don't sound the same. It's something different. I'm like, what the hell was I doing? This is trash. And either I delete it, or if I'm like live, if I'm doing stuff live, I just change something up. And I don't write nothing down, so I'll forget. I never could get back to where I was, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't do it. But at one time, I do, like, as of late, like what I've been doing now, like I was using Reason. I still use Reason every now and then, but I got Reason files 10 years old.
Yeah, me too. But don't delete it. Like I have this
listening.
I have these half finished tracks lying around for sometimes like 12 years. And just recently I had a track, I signed it to ESP Institutes, like an LA label. And I started that track in 2010, and it was a strange vibe. And I always was like, I'm out of that. Like, I don't have that vibe anymore. And then sometime last year, I was like, I feel weird. I need to work on something weird. And then I found this one. Yeah, that's weird. So let's do that. So, and then I finished it. And I'm happy that I didn't delete it.
Right. I don't think like that. I think that if I'm creating it and it's there, it's just not finished, I walk away, come back, but I'm not gonna do that because I think most of the time, the ones that don't belong in your drive, they will be deleted.
Yeah.
If they don't belong there, they'll be gone.
It's just crazy like that. Like, or like I hear something, or like the other thing is like I know I hear something, and it's like, to me it's trash, and I'll send it to somebody else. Like I usually do it. With Lee Holman, when I was doing more stuff. Hey, check this out. And I know this shit sounds garbage to me. And it's like, oh yeah, this is dope. I'm just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But he's usually right. You know what I mean? It works out and people like it. But I find out a lot with my music, a lot of stuff that I think is garbage people like. And the stuff I like, yo, this is the dopest shit I ever made. They were like,
it's always the other ones.
So it's just what it is, man. But I do like, I've never thought of your philosophy. That was I never heard that. And so yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So
I think
usually if you think that's my best track yet and this will do well and people will love it, then these are the tracks people like the least. And the stuff that you think like that's solid, like let's put it on a B-side. I had that with on the first Safe Space EP. I had that Left the Club Tipsy track, which was not the B-side, it was the C-side. Like I didn't really want to put it up, and someone told me like, put it up, that's a good one, just add it to the EP, and that's the one people click with the most, and I almost didn't release it. So that kind of taught me like you can't really judge yourself and foresee yourself how a track is going into the world or not. It's just like you gotta just ignore it and put it out and see what happens. So
I think the takeaway takeaway from that is the process. Go ahead, you know. You can, of course, you can do better or maybe worse or whatever, but let the process take its course.
Yeah, it's always like a little bit of luck and who plays it and who doesn't play it, and I don't know, like you can't really see or forecast what release does well or not. So I'm just making myself completely free of that thinking and just see what happens.
Please do. That's a great way. That's a great way to live, I think.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, because I saw on your Bandcamp page, you just put up one track here on some, and I said, okay, it's probably, and you spoke on it just now, something you just made, and said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and upload it.
Yeah.
I finished it. It could just be a one-track release.
So for Bandcamp, I like to do like, because I hate Spotify, I try to give Bandcamp more like exclusive tracks and like do something on Bandcamp and just and we need alternatives to Spotify. Like it's not working out.
People gotta stop using it. That's the alternative. Just stop using the damn thing. I use it for listening, so I don't know what to say about that.
I don't really use it for listening, but I mean, the biggest market share for a label at the moment is Beatport and Spotify, and I mean, I'm not at a position where I can ignore and get my stuff off of Spotify because it's a big chunk of the small revenue that the label brings. So
What about vinyl?
It's difficult. Vinyl, like I'm just doing the first Safe Space vinyl, so it's probably a bit too early to judge that. Like it came out 2 weeks ago, and I don't have exact numbers yet. But also, I made it with Matter Effect. I didn't pay the pressing; they did, and I get just a small share, like a P&D deal, which I'm very happy about because I can't afford like putting out 500 vinyls up front and pay everyone and then just hope for the best, because I run a label, like I run labels for 20 years now, and I also had a time where I swore I never do vinyl again because the distribution went bankrupt and they had all my vinyls in there when they were bankrupt, and I didn't get the money, I didn't get the vinyl. It was just like money and vinyl gone. So after that I was like, no more vinyl for me as a label, because it only makes sense if you can afford it, and I can't. Yeah,
it's a tough spot, man. I'm actually trying to navigate again. I love vinyl, but
me too. That's the problem.
What about those records that stand the test of time, that belong on vinyl?
Yeah.
They
need to be on vinyl, I know, but
is
that
something you can think about?
Yeah. I want to
I mean, honestly, because we talked about you putting records aside for your daughter, and these are things, and you talked about this physical, and then there's records. I don't want digital. I don't want it digital.
Yeah, I mean, I had a like a small scale solution for that. I press all my stuff I release. I press it on dub plates, so I have them myself.
So you have them, yeah.
just that one copy. Like
Wicked.
I found this.
There we
It's Dr. Dub. They are called. I'm making advertise like an ad for Dr. Dub.
Hey.
Best service. Like
So,
you
so,
press a vinyl for 40 euros, get 4 tracks on vinyl, and you have the vinyl. So I love that. And yeah, but
That
it's
was
just
back
for
in the
my-
day that the drum and bassers used to do that all the time.
yeah.
Yeah. But back then it was metal dub plates. You could only play like, I don't know, 15 or 20 times, and then it's
It's
just
gone.
noise.
But where we are today, it's possible. So we moving forward.
That's
Yeah,
true.
today you can press on like dub plates on actual vinyl that doesn't like decay after 20 plays or something. So that's really good. I love that. And also, like back in the time when you had these metal dub plates in your trolley, it was heavy. Like
Yeah.
20 dub plates, and you need to see a chiropractor after the weekend.
Yeah. Man, no, I guess if you got the money and you want to spend it, and of course get it pressed on vinyl, but I guess some people, if you don't have the money for it, then yeah, I understand, because everyone has bills and responsibilities. But
Yeah,
I know like everybody, I think most of us would prefer to have both, like vinyl and digital, and
of
have
course.
it out
No
at
question.
the same time, not 6 months later, or
Yeah.
are you waiting for your records to get pressed, and this whole thing, and then you're like you're trying to time the release with that, and maybe you actually wanted to put it out before. So it
Yeah.
is a bit tricky in these times, and then the prices are, it's not like they're any cheaper. It's just like prices back in the day, prices or more actually.
I think actually,
I would say more because you get less.
yeah.
At least back in the day when I was paying for it, okay, I'm gonna get a certain amount of white labels just to give away, and certain amount of I can have at least over 1,000, and I pay the same. But now you're paying that, and you get what 300 or something,
300, bro.
like that.
Yeah.
And so you're thinking, and then you don't know, as you said, yeah, is someone gonna buy it or not, or is it just gonna sit here? Or I certainly don't want it to sit here. You want it to get in people's hands.
Yeah.
So it is nice to have
And I
it
mean,
physical.
when I started like collecting vinyl, I don't know, 20 years ago, there were labels like Mowax or Ninja Tune that sold from albums like 50,000 copies, and the same labels. Like, for example, I heard Ninja Tune presses 500 copies of the albums on vinyl now. That's literally nothing if you compare it to then.
Yeah.
It's not really a market that is safe to go in and just check it out. It's just, even for the big players, it's risky.
Do have a question from one of the viewers. Where would you advise to send new self releases? So I'm assuming they want to know information on where they should send releases. If I get that question right, where would you advise to send new
Self releases?
No, where would you advise to send new self releases?
Oh, okay.
New releases basically, or send them before release.
I don't really understand.
I guess if it's already out, where would you advise to send your self release? So that means he's already released it, or where would you send them before you would release? I guess he's trying to figure out where you would, like, before you actually release it, 5 weeks before you start sending it to people,
You mean like a DJ
radio.
promo?
Probably is what that's
Maybe.
what I'm understanding.
Let's keep that as a general speaking, maybe generally.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have a big DJ mail out list and know all the DJs and have their emails, but I don't have that, so I need to rely on my distribution at the moment. They're doing a really solid DJ promo. I'm with Triple Vision. They also do a DJ promo for people who are not distributed by their distribution, so it's actually also not really expensive. It's a solid price and a solid service. As for DJ promo in house and techno, I can recommend them. Like, I used a lot of other services before for my other labels. They were more pricey, but they didn't get more results.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of before the release itself, it's probably best if you have a few close friends who like the same music and give you honest feedback, and you send it to them and
That's true.
just feel out if the track is doing what you like it to do. And yeah,
I mean, I could recommend EPM music. That's who I'm.
yeah, good
they're
things about them.
publishing me, and
Same here.
they send out my promos to the people.
Yeah.
So some service aggregator service like that.
Yeah.
Probably be your best bet if you can get in that way. But if you had to do it yourself, maybe SoundCloud and try to look up some magazine spots or some blogs that you can send to people to start talking at least about your stuff.
There's
Like
ways
10,
to do
15 years ago, SoundCloud was so good. When you still had these groups and you can like send stuff to a group, and you can build your own groups, and it was such a good tool. I loved SoundCloud back then, but with everything they introduced new, they made it worse and worse and worse, and now it's just like, I don't know. I don't like SoundCloud anymore, and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, I think all that changed because at one point, remember, they were going to go under.
Yeah, they will, definitely.
They were at one point were about to go under, and they came back. Yeah, it was like maybe like
but
5-6 years ago.
They shifted though. They shifted. It's taking them some time, but they're getting much better. Much better. They're getting much better. You might want to put your eye back on them a little bit. They're really doing a good job. I'm finding a lot of good music on that.
There's stuff there. There's stuff there.
For sure.
I have to remember to make more use of it because I got the automatic, bill every year. It's like I look up, I wanted to say yes or no, but they did it already, and then it goes, I'm just uploading some things and using it to keep all my old music up there, just find stuff. But I actually need to use it more, like for capabilities, because
I did like you did. I did like you did, Donnell. I went through all my reoccurring payments on certain apps and decided whether or not they were still relevant. And SoundCloud turned up, and that's why I can honestly say that I find a lot of new, even playlists if you want to find stuff,
Yeah, I just hated that they didn't they deleted the group thing. I really hated that, and I also hated that they treat reposts as the same thing in the timeline as an original upload. So if you go on your dashboard, you see all these reposts, and the original uploads get lost within all these countless reposts. I don't like that idea at all, because it's not the same worth of an action of a platform or an artist to repost something than to upload a new track. Like, I feel like a music platform should honor an original uploaded track more than a
repost.
A repost, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When is the last time you double checked that again? Maybe that's something a lot of people have addressed.
I think it's still like that. Or what do you mean?
Yeah, because I thought you disconnected yourself from SoundCloud because of
No, okay. I still use it, but I'm not using it as a tool to listen to music and connect with people anymore. It's just like a one-way street. You load something up as an artist, and then that's it. But it used to be like more interactive, and artists used to group together, and I don't know. It was more like a community thing back then, and I miss that.
Yeah.
Now it's more like any other streaming platform a little bit. But as an artist, you have to pay for it.
True.
So,
so can you tell us about the new project, the feeling that brought me here?
Oh, the album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out in, I think, 2 weeks. And I don't really know what to say about it. It's more like a selection of tracks that were too catchy or too to full for being empty to the club tracks or EP tracks. So I just put everything that was catchy, and I think like, oh, that's really like catchy and nice tune, and it has a hook line and a piano, and I put all that on the side to compile that album for a few years, because it just felt like the stuff I usually put out on EPs is more club focused and more simple arranged and less elements and stripped down a bit, and I just collected all the stuff that didn't fit into this and then compiled the album with it. And
gotcha.
Yeah,
it's dope. It's pretty dope. More on the housey side, but
it's a little bit more housey, because I thought I make a piano album because I had this piano phase. I have these phases like I had a lot of or a big chord step phase, and from the chord step phase developed let's use an actual piano or piano steps phase. And right now the next thing for me seems to be there's this VST, it's called Paul Stretch. Sorry, you know Paul Stretch? It's a really old VST, and you can like extremely pitch up or down stuff by thousands of percent and get like a 30-minute drone out of a hi-hat sample, for example. You can really drastically make stuff longer and shorter, and that's my new obsession, to make alien kind of like sounds you don't know how they were made with that plugin, and resampling it and putting it on my keyboard. And
the name again was?
Paul Stretch is the name of the VST. I think it's freeware even. It's really old, because I'm working on a really old MacBook, and even for that MacBook, it was an old plugin I didn't use probably for 10 or 15 years. But I told a lot of people about it, and everyone I told about it is like, oh wow, I'm gonna use that now. So it's still available, and it's still dope. So yeah, Paul Stretch. It's my new favorite sound design tool at the moment. Yeah. So I'm using less pianos and chord steps and making more weird sounds to build chords off or steps off from that kind of like plugin at the moment.
That's dope.
As you were saying it, look it up.
Everybody. Look it up.
I love it. It's so good. Yeah, it's a standalone. You can't integrate it into your Logic or Ableton, but you can just put in any audio file in there and make freaky and crazy sounds with it, and then record it. And because I'm like, my workflow is, I basically, even if I record synths or something, I splice them up in Recycle and put them on the keyboard, master keyboard again, and I'm basically, all my tracks in a song are sampler tracks.
And you still use Recycle as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's way
I'm
back.
on Logic 9, Recycle, Paul Stretch, and all this old school stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. So what what computer are you using then?
I'm using a 2012 MacBook Pro.
And it's still moving.
Yeah, it's OS X. Let's see, wait, 10.10.5. Yosemite.
Oh boy.
Don't feel bad, because my I mean, I got computers, but the computer I was using with Reason is like 2013.
So does this mean you have lots of hardware too?
Not that much. I have a few keyboards. I have a Mofo, I have a Roland Gaia, I have a Moog, but I only have 3 synthes. Yeah, but I don't use them very much.
So that's very interesting, because as we move, the sound, modern sound is quite shifty now, and you're able to. Does that matter to you at all?
You mean from the tools I have? If
yeah, because I'm a fan of the old stuff too, but I mean, it seems like the tools that you're using, you by this time you milked every single one of them to them inside and out. Inside and out, you probably twisted them and probably redesigned or coded something.
Yeah, I'm 100% satisfied with all I have. Like, of course, I can't like install the VST of the last 5 or even 10 years on my MacBook, but I don't miss them. Like when I hear music from the all the new stuff, I still think I know how to do it with the tools that I have.
Okay.
So it's not like, yeah, no, I don't miss anything. But I'm a little bit afraid that this MacBook dies. So I have a second 2012 MacBook mirrored right in the back. So if this one dies, I can just like switch the MacBooks and have the same tools. But it's also because I have a FireWire chain, and my sound card is FireWire, my UAD is FireWire. So, and the new MacBooks, they don't have FireWire anymore, and I don't want to use tons of adapters, and then the FireWire daisy chain cuts out because of the power, and you need extras and Thunderbolt adapters, and I just want to do that. But at some point, I need to probably.
Yeah,
and then I will have tons of 10 years of new plugins.
Right.
I can discover.
Right. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I mean, it's working. It's working very, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah,
So,
I'm really satisfied with the equipment situation since a few years. So, but I don't use a lot of stuff anyway. Like I used to have 500 plugins, and in the end, you just use 10 probably. Like it's so unnecessary to check for new plugins every week or month. And I see a lot of producers chasing all the new plugins. And did you hear about that? Did you try that? And I can't join the conversation at all. I'm just like, I couldn't even install it.
right.
I wouldn't know. Yeah,
That's true.
I got a topic. One more question away from the subject of music. We all think about how we change things if we could start over from zero, guys. If you could build your own world from scratch, what's the one rule everyone would have to live by?
Oh wow, that's a crazy question. One rule. Yeah, that's a crazy question.
Everyone would have to live by. Would it be love? Would it be?
I'm having a hard time loving everyone, myself, so that can't be the number one rule.
Well, love doesn't mean you have to love everyone, does it?
Not really, but probably something like, I don't know, like solidarity. Don't do to others what you don't want to do to yourself.
You do unto others, you have them do unto you.
Yeah. Something. I mean, if you look at the world today, what's missing is solidarity, and all this hate and trolling and politicization, these against these ones, and it's all just a lack of solidarity. And basically, that's why the I don't know, I don't want to get too political, but that's the thing why the billionaires can rule us all, because we don't have any solidarity left.
Divide and
just like point their fingers like these guys are the bad guys, and everyone's like, oh yeah, right, let's fight these, and it's
without any proof.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And for you, Donnell?
Consistency. Just be consistent. That'll be a rule. That'll be a rule. The one rule you gotta be consistent. You start something, gotta be consistent.
I thought he was going to say meditation. Meditation.
Yeah, it's very
most
zen.
Most time you're meditating when you don't even like when all of us are making music. So you're meditating when you're making music, actually. And you're just focused on it. That's like part of meditation. But being consistent of okay, I'm gonna keep doing whatever my ritual is every day, eating healthy, or being kind to people, or making music, for example, just being consistent with it. It's probably why a lot of us are still here, because we don't do it every day, but I would say we are consistent at just doing something related to music.
Yeah, we're
We haven't
stubborn and
stopped. We
consistent.
haven't just stopped. You know.
Stubborn. Consistent,
You
yes.
said we're stubborn.
Myles,
Yes.
what would you say?
Get it done.
Get it done.
Start something, kind of what D said in a way. Start something, you finish it. You know what I mean? And that's it. And consistency. I'm like kind of with everybody. I don't have a specific, you know.
Mine would be show up. Just show up.
But see,
And
That's your
inner work with each other. So just
Yeah, I mean
be-
that's lacking today as well. There's everyone is distracted all the time, and no one is ever really there in the moment. So
yeah,
everyone's on the screens or distracted by I don't know news or flashy other stuff.
that's true.
show up.
You know what though? When you know the answer to that, when you said that everybody's distracted, I do have a rule for myself. If I start watching a video on YouTube or even Facebook or something, I have to finish it.
Even if it's long and boring.
Yeah, I have to I gotta at least 5 minutes of it. I can't stop and go to the next thing. This is how I'm retraining myself not to be, caught up in a hamster wheel and just jumping and jumping and jumping
Right.
when I'm bored of it. Nope. I clicked on it. I need to watch it. Otherwise, don't click on it. So
You made the
that's
decision
what
to click.
for me.
Stick with it.
Yeah, if I make the decision to click, I gotta watch it to the end, and I can't because it's you just quickly what they talking about? Click, go to something else, and then you get caught up in that. You're never actually finishing things. You see what I mean? And then it's gonna go right back to how you're making music because most tracks that I made starting in the 90s up to now, they're not really going over 5 minutes or maybe a little bit over.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at that the same. Okay, I used to just finish them, as you said back in the days, because you're recording it to tape and not into the computer or something. You need to finish that track right then and there. So that's why I'm just retraining myself watching the video. Okay, watch the video. You clicked on it, finish it, and then it's actually helping when I started doing that.
Do you do the same thing for like you do for entertainment, like watching a series or a movie?
I do.
No, I do. I pick like good thing for me. I don't have like this, cable TV. I do have a TV Garden. Everybody, you can go there and you got live channels broadcasting all around the world. But I'm not really using that. I have my sites that I go to, and I actually pick what I want to watch. Even though there's a lot of stuff there to watch. Okay, maybe I want to watch The Sandman today or BMF.
Sandman, baby. Sandman.
Yeah, or I might, tomorrow, who knows? I might want to watch The Shy or something. But if I click on that episode, I have to watch it. And generally, I don't go to the next episode. Because you could just binge watch, but I'm just like, no, watch it, stop. So yeah, I'm doing it for entertainment. Finish it. Finish it.
Okay. Because most of the time I'm really bad at this. When I start a show on Netflix, like there's a 60% chance that I stop it after 10 minutes and not watch it anymore. Because I don't know, it's not just because my attention isn't that long. It's just because stuff pisses me off because it's I don't know how to explain, because the acting is bad or the dialogues are bad or the whole idea is not realistic, and I'm really bad at this. So I start something, I'm like, nah.
I think what I've done
again.
I can't finish.
But I don't watch much anyway.
What'd you say, Myles?
I can't finish any series right now. I have like maybe 5 or 6 things I started and watched 2 or 3 episodes, and that was months ago, and they're done. I can't go back and finish it. Now I don't even want to go back. Like if I don't get it right then and there, like binge watch it, I won't.
I'm different. So, I found that I'm interested in the world we live in right now. I think it's been quite frustrating and a bit chaotic and a bit delusional and when you do you ever have this feeling where you've lived a life through the pain, through the struggles, through the good times, through the bad times, through your friend, so my my focus is to try to just be in the moment. And sometimes I'm just looking at stuff just to be looking at it and to take my mind off of what's going on. And just, even if the acting is crap, even if the But if you have good taste and you pick less bullshit, and you finding stuff that you really lock into, and you try to just be amused and entertained to shut you off from all the, like what you was all the traffic and stuff. So for me, it's Sandman was one, but I've been watching a lot of the female basketball, Caitlin Clark. I've been shifting to a lot of documentaries about mental health and how to be more empower myself, how to, how to be better at what I'm already capable of. So for me, it's important that you find, something and stick to it and watch it. And at some point, like I watched the Michael Jordan story, and and so for me, it's just been kind of one of those things where I just shut down everything else and shut down what I think is shut down even myself and what I think, and just have some popcorn. I mean, if it's really whack, you're gonna shut it off anyway. But I like to. I had to complete my series. I don't watch another one. I complete my series and wait for the next. And most of them has been very gratifying. So I got to say, for me, it's important that you find out what works for you and just kind of binge dive. Otherwise, you're going to be making tracks.
Yeah,
That's very true.
Yeah.
All right. So, what else do you got coming up, Mr. Ackermann? What's besides the album? What else do you have coming? What's in the works? Any collabs? Any future projects? What's happening?
I don't do much collabs, to be honest, because I don't know. I only do collabs with friends from a certain point on, where there's no ego involved. Because I made a few collabs, I don't know, a few years ago that were ego wars at some kind.
Okay.
So it's more like you start a track and you send the stems, and then they ruin what you've done and do something completely different, send it back, and you're like, what is that? And then you ruin that again. And you know what I mean? So it's basically just destroying each other's ideas and then coming up with something in the middle, which is like not relevant anymore. So I only can collab with friends who I know I can like be completely honest, and they can be with me, and no one is angry afterwards, and like it's all good, and we're working for the same goal, and not like, I don't know. But that I don't have any collabs coming as far as I know. Maybe I forgot. Oh no, I have one with Hillage Collette from Rackets in the works, but it's not really finished. So let's see if it's one of the collabs that builds or don't go anywhere. So we're not at that point yet. So
Okay.
but I have signed 3 EPs to the ESP Institute's label, that LA label. They're gonna release it, I think, over the course of a year, like spread them out, these 3 EPs. I have one EP on 7, which is a Berlin label with a more housey EP with a Synthie remix on it. But it's coming out in...
You got Synthie on the remix for you.
Yeah, but it's in April. Like, I have to wait for it still a lot. But I'm really looking forward to that release.
Oh, you really crossed the line. All right.
Yeah, that's the stuff I have on other labels. Like I'm still hoping for a Records release, but I'm waiting on that for a long while, so I'm not really sure if it's still happening. Otherwise, I mean, I don't really have to worry, because I have my own label and I have like so many EPs I can just fire out. Like I'm constantly sitting, I think, on 40 to 50 unreleased tracks. So even when the album's now out, like I did the album to get stuff off my list, so the list shrinks. But I mean, I was on holidays until 3 weeks ago. I was gone from the studio for 2 weeks, and every time when I'm away from the studio, after a few days I miss it, and I like the ideas build up, and when I come back to the studio, then it's just like pouring out of me, and the flow is there. So in the 3 weeks after the holidays, I now made 10 tracks, and it's like the list's not shrinking, it's growing. So yeah, a lot of EPs, a lot of like a remix album will be there for the album, in autumn. I have remixes from Confidential Recipe, from Anja Schneider.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, you had a release out with her a long time ago too. A remix.
Yeah.
You did remixes for her.
I put an EP on her label out, yeah, on Seuss Records, yeah, or So Us Seuss. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's yeah. I love that woman. She's really nice.
Oh yeah,
And
very nice, right? Yeah,
yeah,
she's very down to earth. Yeah, very cool.
really, she's the definition of down to earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at some point,
In a raw. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's coming out too. I'm looking forward to that. You already have it?
yeah, yeah. That so check the mail.
I want a copy.
I'll get at you soon.
Yeah,
Don't
get nothing.
at some point with the crickets, so it's kind of no, but yeah. But yeah, so I'll get with you because I need your address and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Well,
I really like that remix still. Usually, I hate my remixes after a while, but I really like this one.
Yeah,
still.
I'm glad that you agreed because I was afraid to ask, and he was like, "Yeah, all right." So yeah, but yeah, that's coming. More info to come. So nobody's seen that. That was AI. You didn't see that, but
I'm telling.
yeah,
I'm spreading the word before it let it leak. You got to leak already.
or we got to use the platforms. What it's for.
You got to leak.
So yeah. All right. So D, what you got coming up? Anything?
Oh, just some stuff I'm working on with Tim Xavier, as you guys know, and I'm working on a new live PA.
Okay.
Working on material for that.
Cool.
That's
I can't
about
wait
it.
to hear the live PA. I think that should be dope. Make sure you record it. Video
Do
footage.
you have any new stuff on Outworld from Boxia upcoming?
He asked me, but nah, not at this moment. If I mean down in the future, I'll give him something again. But at this moment, no. But I know he's cool. We
Yeah,
talk.
I like him a lot. But he's too shy with his own music. Like he should use his
Yeah.
own label to release his own music. Like
Right.
But he's always like, "Oh, it's not good enough," and like, what you're talking about?
What the hell you?
Because I heard a track, I mastered
Me
it.
too.
He put a track out on the Confidential Recipe. He's launching his label soon, and I mastered the first release. And there's a Boxer track on it that's absolutely massive. Yeah. I think probably my favorite track he ever made.
Yeah.
Crazy track.
Roberto, what's happening?
Yes, please. Yeah, it's would be wonderful if you guys would check out the Decisive podcast series. The next one is going to be very nice. We have a young lady by the name of Lynn Tejada. I don't know if you heard of John Tejada. Is his wife?
Right?
Yeah, we've known each other. Yeah, we've known each other for about 20 years now, and I remember she has a company that a PR agency that's been doing a lot of work for the LA underground and artists, and does a lot for the community. And it's called Green Galactic. And we're going to talk about how marketing and what she has done for the community and some of the artists, and how she what's her workflow, and how she's been so successful to keep the little office she has alive. It's amazing. I remember she used to be one of our promo locations to get DJ promos where we go pick up, and she's very supportive. And we spoke about 3 weeks ago, and I'm so excited to hear about what she has been doing and what she has planned for the future. So that's on July 21st.
July 21st. That's like well, yeah.
Monday. So hopefully you guys check it out. You might learn something. I'm hoping she's going to share a lot of strategic marketing strategies and stuff like this. Yeah. So that's what I've been trying to do with Decisive. Been trying to kind of open up the platform a little bit. Like when we were discussing the information with you, Ackermann, I want to know a little bit more about life. And we understand your music, but it's always nice to know the the minds behind the artists and creative. And I'm opening up to this creative mindset and see how that works and how that develops in the future from so this is really, really excited. It's a Decisive been something I've been working on for about 10 years now as well. So it's a personal thing. And so the numbers might not be there, but the content is definitely valuable.
True. I guess for everybody, for sure.
Yeah, numbers don't count.
No.
I don't know, they count, but they count it. And I mean, meaning if it comes down to the world we live in right now and how people perceive these numbers, it's okay. But in my personal view is that do the work, come correct, show up, people can learn something, gravitate to it, and keep pushing.
True. Yeah. And with that being said, make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, with D's pointing downwards, that's what he's doing. That's not a downward dog. That's like, share, subscribe. So to the channel, we're grateful for everybody that took the time today to check us out and continue to support us and support everybody you see on this platform because they support us and we like to do the same. Also scrolling at the bottom, which is still not right. Let's change that real quick, huh? Yeah, there we go.
Easy.
I'm kind of like airbrained today. I mean, I can't what I am. I'm just not there right now, but and it's still not working. Anyway, at the bottom, scrolling along with Donnell points at the bottom, just like that. Email us any questions, concerns, comments. Yeah, maybe you want to get on the show. Maybe you want some advertisement or something like that. Hit us up. MSLive with D-KNOX at gmail.com. It's at the bottom. See it. That's where we're at right now. We are also, boom. I'm saying a lot right now, huh? We're also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our iHeart Radio, and Amazon Music. If you don't want to see our pretty faces, like I told Ackermann earlier, and he looks snazzy and sharp. We don't look like that, but he's snazzy and sharp. So if you don't listen to us there, we're available there. So far, all the episodes, all 13 are there. So check us out. We're there. And if you want to book either myself or Donnell and myself, there's the info. We'll go Donnell first this time. D-KNOX, booking at stellarbooking.com. Those wonderful people there will put you in contact with him and you can get it moving. And with me, POS is actually position 2, but POS bookings. So POS2 bookings at gmail.com. That is me. So that's that. It's taking care of a little business. Last comment. Very good advice is from Mr. I can never say his name right. SJK, but he's been following us for a while. Thank you. And last but not least, the elephant in the room.
Jay Denham.
I wanted to save this for last. He says, I guess I'll never be a guest on the show. That is definitely far from anything true. We've been trying to get you, but we just don't know the right moment. It's always a talk every time we schedule. So, but you have an open channel. You don't even have to just tell us when you want to be. We got it. We'll make time.
Yeah.
So
we also tried to get him to come in on some of the shows. You sent him the link. He didn't come in.
He didn't come in.
Yeah, we sent the link to it right then and there.
So I'm gonna hit you up when we get done with this because we got to make this happen. So what's always love. Like you got the key to the city, brother.
Hey, he know that. I done asked him like 1,000 times. He know that. You know how he is. He teasing you. He teasing you.
Key to the city. We got you. So But yeah, today, thank everybody for joining us, and let's give a warm welcome. Well, not like welcome, but a goodbye to our
Thanks.
guest,
Yeah,
Ackermann.
Thanks, guys.
I'm looking
Yes,
forward to
It
some more
was
music.
fun to be here.
yes. Let me do it one more time. Come on, we gotta get that. Come on, y'all. Clap it up, clap it up.
I need your email address so I can email you.
You get
So,
it.
invite you. Love the dialogue. I would love to go deeper in some stuff maybe we didn't talk about because like deep. But you're always welcome here anytime you want to be on here. It was a great episode, it was a great show, and it was great to get to know you a little better. So
Yeah, sure. Anytime.
yeah, we got it. And if you guys live close to him, so I don't, but link up with this guy. He's there. You guys are kind of close. So
I'm over in Munich.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm in
it's
Munich.
200 kilometers or something. Yeah.
Was it like an hour away, roughly?
Stuttgart is
2
a very,
hours. Yeah.
Okay.
it's a very creative city.
Stuttgart.
Yeah,
Very-
my dad used to live in Munich. I like Munich.
Yeah, it's
See?
beautiful. So we got to get in touch. Roberto at decisiveseries.de.
There you go. Y'all can talk behind the scenes and get it all going. And with that said, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure again, like, subscribe, share, send money. I don't know. Just support. We love it.
Thanks down there for the t-shirt. Kalamazoo, baby.
Which I still don't have.
Yeah, I have to print up some more.
Looking for some
Print
Ackermann
up some.
t-shirts.
I have to have somewhere to print them in the States,
Open
not just
spaces.
over here.
And I don't have a decisive shirt.
Okay. What's your size? Like extra large? No, extra large.
2X, brother. 2X. And it's only the 2X because when you wash it, it shrinks. So,
Yeah.
and it
So
wouldn't
once you
be.
wash the shirt,
I need a safe space. You got that? You see the plug? You see the plug? Safe space.
Yeah. I need to do merch. I need to do merchandise.
Yeah, you did good, man. Them designs is killing. I love them. I love them. We'll work on that. I have my people contact your people. We can see what we can get.
The management. The management.
The management. Speaking, I gotta watch what I say because I know I'd be joking and y'all think that, oh yeah, there really is a management
Really?
and they are watching. Just remember that. That's all I'm saying.
I don't have any management.
There it is. Bert. They watching you too, Bert. So
They're watching Holy Guy.
there
They
you
have
go.
nothing on me. I'm too clean, baby. I keep it clean.
Okay.
I don't get into no troubles. I stay away from troubles.
They're watching
my
D
life.
behind them in that poster. So you can't see.
Prince back
No
there.
brain.
There you go. See the look, guys. Jimi Hendrix's eyes got cutouts in there. You don't see that, but I see it. They watch it. And that being said, peace, and we'll see you guys next week.
Nice to meet you, Ackermann. So much.
Nice to meet you too.